right, here we go. Here's our cow femur. The damage to that. Literally snapped in half, and then our neck that we built, that was nice, solid, thick, 4 or 5 inches of meat, absolutely obliterated. All right, what's up everybody? So I'm out here with my buddy Brian, and we're gonna do a little bit of 30-06 testing today, given the controversy going on in recent events. And as you can see, we've got our 30-06s set up here. And I wanted this video to be professional, so I brought out my buddy Brian, who's a precision rifle competition shooter, just to make sure this is all legit. Brian, what do you think the likelihood of the things we have here today stopping a 30-06 round?
Nothing on this tailgate is going to stop a 30-06 round, including the tailgate.
Okay, so let's talk about what we got today. All right, we got some fruit. We're actually going to be shooting a pumpkin. It's already down there. Maybe the watermelon. This next thing, just a big fat pork shoulder blade. Fat bone through here. Twice, 2 times, 3 times as thick as my neck. Then, well, we figure if we're going to test a human vertebrae, why don't we use a cow vertebrae that we might just like fold in half if we can. If not, tape it up, because I think cow vertebrae is a little bit stronger than human. We'll find out. Next, we figured, why don't we get real ridiculous and bring out the cow femurs? So we're going to shoot a cow femur, and then to make it even harder, we're going to slap on a huge slab of beef in front of the cow femur. And then, to top this whole test off, we have 1/4 inch,
1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch steel plates down there.
and we're going to see if literal steel can stop 30-06 rounds. So let's get to it. All right, so here we go. First test, the pumpkin. Well, all right, let's check out the damage. Obviously just a pumpkin, but as you see, force of that blew the entire barrel over, and yeah, didn't stand up to the 30-06. But next, we are gonna put on the sheep shoulder blade. All right, we did the pumpkin. Next up, the sheep shoulder blade. Definitely thick bone, about twice the meat mass of a human neck. That's straight through.
Doesn't surprise me.
That's the bone was going through there. Yeah, so as we can see, the sheep shoulder blade did not stop the 30-06. Basically ripped this entire thing in half, straight through, no bullet. Now we're going to attempt these beef vertebrae, which are, if you look at these things, incredibly thick, 2-3 inches thick at some of the bigger parts. Brian was telling me that butchers can use concrete saws to saw through this, so a little bit stronger than a human neck. We're going to check that out next. All right, so here we go. Next test, cow neck vertebrae. So, as you can see, the cow neck vertebrae stood no chance. Ripped in half, and as you can see, even clean through, damage straight through the cardboard. Again, and you can see how thick this bone is, guys. It's almost 2-inch thick. Straight through, no problems. So, next, we're gonna up the ante. I'll grab it, got it. Cow femur. I don't know how many times stronger this cow femur is than a human neck vertebrae, but it's a lot of times. Couple. This thing is gigantic. All right, so that's what we're hitting next. All right, so here is the real test. This is a cow femur. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, that's a little different. Okay.
There you go. Maybe I did miss.
All right, so let's see the damage. It's literally in pieces. So here you go. Where Brian hit that directly in the center. Literally exploded that cow femur in half. Blew straight through. Cow femur. 30-06 round. Now think about a human neck. Okay, but we're going to up the ante even more. Now, we're not only going to take a cow femur, but for anybody that says, wow, there's no meat, we're going to slap on a fat 4 inches of beef in front of the cow femur and see what happens.
And then give him thick skin like Nate.
All right, last test on the meat. Again, cow femur, bunch of beef, thick tape, and then we're going to move up to the steel. Here we go. Well, well, they can't. Everything exploded. All right, let's check it out. All right, so let's take a look at the crime scene. As you see, the entire thing exploded on us. Our camera got knocked down, flew through this, as you can see. All right, here we go. Here's our cow femur. The damage to that. Literally snapped in half, and then our neck that we built, that was nice, solid, thick, 4 or 5 inches of meat, absolutely obliterated. So, yeah. So yeah, next we're gonna test the steel theory. So we're gonna actually shoot steel and see what happens. All right, guys, now we're gonna test literal steel. 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch steel. Let's see what it can do. Nope. You hit it? All right, so let's check out what 30-06 did to literal steel here. We have our, and thank God we got an actual competition shooter here to hit this 2-inch by 2-inch plate from 100 yards, which I probably wouldn't have been able to. Clean through 1/4 inch steel. Clean through 3/8 inch steel and 1/2 inch steel. Almost, or actually it potentially did actually blow out the side of that. So, guys, final thoughts. Literally nothing we brought out here today could stop a 30-06 round. Literal steel can't stop a 30-06 round. So actually, the whole man of steel argument doesn't even make sense, does it? So, yeah, we just wanted to bring this one to you guys, show you what a 30-06 round can really do, and so we can sort of kind of stop the confusion about if this was possible or not. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll catch you in the next one.